I went to Venezuela about a year and a half ago, and for about $100 is about a backpack of money, and now it's about a carload of money. It's over already. This happens all the time in many different countries. It happened in Zimbabwe 10 years ago. It has happened in Germany in the 1920s. It will happen actually everywhere, because when you have a fiat currency backed by nothing and a government that can just do whatever it wants and spend as much money as it wants, and the central bank just prints up money to pay for it, you eventually go into hyperinflation and everything. And we now have the US government at over $21 trillion, which is way more than twice as much as when Barack Drone Bomber, the Nobel Peace Prize winning president who didn't have one day of peace his whole presidency, when his regime took over in 2008, it was about $9 trillion. So we're heading into hyperinflation of debt, which will end up in hyperinflation of the fiat currencies. And so it's not just for people out there in Venezuela or Zimbabwe or Greece, which has had some problems in the last few years. In fact, what usually happens is people wait until it's too late to find out another option. That's what happened in Greece. I was saying to Greek people before they closed all the banks for many months at a time, I said, get into Bitcoin. Not many people listened to me. And as soon as they closed the banks, everyone lined up down the street for the bank. It's like, you're doing it wrong. You should do that before they close the bank. Bitcoin is like having a Swiss bank account in your pocket. And then he further expanded and said, if everyone has a Swiss bank account in their pocket, how can we do simple things like tax enforcement? The answer is they can't, and that is good. Taxation is theft, it's extortion, it's how they actually impoverish most people in the world. Even Henry Ford said in the early 20th century, if people understood how the money system works, there'd be a revolution tomorrow, and that is still the case. And the only thing that has changed since then is we now have another option. So if people are able or capable of waking up, they do have the option to get away from this extortion and slavery system now if they want to. It's really sad, actually. But really, that's all it would take, is a few people just to say, you know what? I own myself. Who are these people who are extorting me? I did not agree to this. I've never seen the social contract. I do not go along with what you want to do. And yes, some people might end up in some cages, in jails. Some people might end up being killed. If you look back at the U.S. Revolution against the English, we're here in London, a lot of those guys they were called terrorists, and a lot of them were killed and tortured. That's kind of what it takes to stand up to anyone who wants to control you. And today it's as easy as a click of a button, opening a Bitcoin account, not filing your tax forms, hitting like and share to videos like ours on YouTube. And it can be over so quickly. We just need people just to have a little bit of confidence, a little bit of courage. And if they don't, and if enough people don't do it, we're going to end up in a completely tyrannical world. And so that's, it's that easy to get out of. But people are scared and confused, and they've gone to government indoctrination camps. They've been fooled. They turn on television programming. It's all propaganda. They don't really know what's going on. But listen to your heart, listen to your soul. Who really owns you? I think within the next few years, we'll know which way it's going to go. At this moment in time, it's pretty 50-50. I'm always a bit more optimistic, even though I sound pessimistic in some ways. I think we are going to get to a better place, but this is the time. And it's really interesting because your average person has no idea what's going on. They just think, oh, I heard about this Bitcoin, yeah, maybe something. This is, our biggest chance yet as humanity to free ourselves, and it'll all be played out in the next few years. It's not going to be 10 or 20 years. It's going to be the next few years. So we'll see what happens. I wish us all luck. That's the real thing about cryptos. It's actually so much better than the current monetary and banking system, but people don't realize it. So that's why I say to everyone, if you've never used crypto, if you've never used Bitcoin, just get some one way or another, buy some on an exchange, or find someone who has some and buy some from them. Start using it, and once you start using it, you just realize, why would I ever use a bank again? So it's really up to all of us in our day-to-day lives. So if I have a landlord and I'm paying $1,000 a month rent, to go, hey, can I pay you in Bitcoin? And then if he goes, what's Bitcoin? I'll show him. I'll spend 5 minutes. It really That's what's going to take to get it out there to all the masses, because there is no Bitcoin marketing department. There's no Bitcoin CEO. It's really truly something of the masses. It's something of the people. And in order for it to expand dramatically, we need to be proactive. We need to go to stores and say, do you accept Bitcoin? When they say no, say, why not? And, tell them, sign up on this, you can accept Bitcoin. Anyone who really understands blockchain technology will make a lot of money over the next few years. There's a massive shortage of people and programmers, and not even just programmers, even people who are involved in graphical user interfaces, or even sales and marketing. This is the place to be. So you cannot lose by spending some time learning about these things, and then the market's going to be massive.